Welcome to COVID Yoga. Thank you for being here from wherever you might be watching this. This was super quickly put together. Yes, I am recording an audio over the original footage because I don't have time to mess with technical difficulties that happened the first time around. But thanks again for being here. But let's get started. So come into child's pose, bringing the knees about width of the mat, sinking the hips back towards the heels, reaching the arms forward. Really sinking down. I'm not really sure what I'm saying in this video, but yeah, press the forehead down into the mat and just start to breathe. Feeling the belly drop between the knees, pressing evenly down into the palms, noticing the contact of the finger pads on the mat. You sink your hips a little bit deeper. Reach your hands a little bit further in front of you. Take a big inhale through your nose and sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. And again, just sigh it out through the mouth. This time, seal the lips. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. You can continue breathing with the lips shut. Just keep breathing with the mouth closed. Breathing through the nose really slows down the breath. It's also a free little filtration system for the air that's about to enter the lungs. Pressing evenly into the palms. Start to straighten the elbows if they weren't already. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly come up into tabletop. Wrists directly beneath the shoulders, knees directly beneath the hips. Take cow pose, extending the heart forward, dipping the hips down. And exhale, start to dome the spine, coming into cat. Inhale, shine the heart forward, cow pose. And exhale, dome the spine to cat, and gazing between the thighs. Inhale, come to cow pose. And exhale, take cat pose one more time. Next inhale, come to a neutral spine. Start to place a little bit more weight into that right hand. Reach the left arm up right in line with your left ear. And when you're ready, reach that right leg back. So you're creating one straight line from the left fingertips down to the right toes. You can flex through that ankle like you're stamping on the back of a wall behind you, or flex the toes, whatever works. You can also touch your belly. Just make sure that your core is engaged here and you're not collapsing down into the lower back. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring the hand and the leg back down. Shake it out. Reach the right arm up this time, and then the left leg once you're ready and stabilized. Reaching through the fingertips, drawing in the core. And come back to center, shaking it out, taking another cow pose. Dome the spine into cat. Take it to cow pose. And dome the spine into cat, which is ironic as there are cats flying across my screen. And just press down into the palms, tuck the toes, send it down to a downward dog, reaching the hips up high, pressing down evenly into all 10 knuckles. Walk out the dog, bending one knee at a time. And keep both knees bent for this first down dog as well, whatever feels right. Sending the feet and the ankles down towards the floor. They don't have to touch the floor, so if that's not happening for you right now, that is okay. Start to look between your fingertips, come to the top of the mat. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, light bend in the knees. We're gonna hang out here. You can grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side, just let the head hang heavy. Nice bend in the knees will release the lower back. Shake your head no, nod your head yes. And just breathe into the spine opening up. Gently release the hands, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to the sky, reach the arms up above the head. Bring the hands down, prayer hands at the heart center. Close your eyes here. Just have a little reset. Notice the surroundings around you. Notice the feeling in the body, if there's any tension or lack thereof. Grounding through both feet. Just avoiding any distractions. If any distractions come in to the mind, that's okay. Just let them go. Gently open your eyes. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, pressing down evenly into the palms. Shoulders are directly above the wrists. Ankles are directly above the toes. Core is engaged. Neck is long. Keep the gaze around the fingertips. Inhale here, exhale, send the hips up and back, downward dog. Walk the legs out a little bit more here if you'd like, whatever feels good in your body. Stretching through the toes, lengthening the spine. Inhale, we're going to look to our fingertips. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach the arms up above the head. Look up, gaze up. And hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up again, above your head one more time. And exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to a plank. Hold here for one moment. And on your next exhale, downward dog. A few breaths here. Wrapping those upper arms in. Pressing through the palms, feeling your shoulders rebound up. Feeling the length along the spine, the length behind the backs of the legs, opening up the hamstrings. Not forcing anything. Inhale, up to the top of your mat. Exhale, come to the top of your mat with both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms above your head. And take a little mini back bend here, opening up the arms into the goalpost, reaching the heart up to the sky, feeling that stretch. Inhale, up through center, reach the arms up, stretch up. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step back to a plank. We're going to do a tiny little demonstration of chaturanga. Do this because chaturanga can be pretty bad for the shoulders if it's not done properly, so I'm going to talk you through it a few times. So you're starting with your shoulders directly above your wrist, but you're going to hinge forward so that your shoulders come a little bit in front of your wrists now. Then bend at the elbows, hugging the arms into the chest. Make a 90-degree angle with your forearms to the mat. Inhale to come to upward dog. Hips are up, knees are up. And exhale, down dog. We're going to do that just one more time. So come into plank. Inhale, we're going to hinge forward. And exhale, hug the arms in. Slowly come down with bent elbows, making a 90-degree angle with the forearms to the mat. It's hard to see if you don't have a mirror or something like that. Just do your best. Inhale to upward dog. Hips are up, knees are up. And exhale, downward dog. Hips up and back. Shake it out. Pedal the knees. Pedal the feet. Inhale, start to look forward. And exhale, come to the top of your mat with both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And come into chair pose, taking the hips back, bending at the knees, reaching the arms up. Think about sitting the hips down and back. Shins are shifting back. Weight is in the heels. Avoid arching the lower back. Keep a long spine. Reaching up actively through the fingertips. Hold here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Reach the right leg forward in between the hands. Pivot that left foot down, bending into that right knee. We're going to prepare for warrior one. Reach up, arms up. Bending into that right knee, keeping the knee above the ankle. Inhale. Exhale, bring the palms down, frame the foot, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Bring that left foot forward in between your hands, pivot that right foot down, coming up into warrior one. When you're ready. Really trying to square the hips, so we're going to pull that left hip back, that right hip forward. Avoid arching the back, keep the spine long. Can you tuck the lower ribs in, reach up through the hands, and bring the hands down. Come into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths here. Breathing here. You can close your eyes if you want. You can have a little bit of movement or try to find some stillness. Just Make sure you're really active in the legs and active in the arms. Start to gaze towards the top of your mat. And when you're ready, just take a few steps to the top of your mat and hang out in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink the hips back, reach the arms up. And exhale, come to standing, hands at heart. So we're going to do Surya Namaskar B, which is all of the poses that we've done already, so don't worry if that makes no sense. But we're going to be doing it breath to movement. So it's going to be a little bit faster, and each pose is going to take about 1 breath each. And so I'll walk you through it. And when you're ready, sink back into chair pose. Inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. In that same breath, bring that right leg forward in between the hands. Spin that left heel down. Warrior 1, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Bring that left foot forward in between your hands. Spin that right heel down, warrior 1. And bring the palms down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Take a few big breaths here. I know that was pretty quick. Find some stillness, catch your breath. Again, you can always come to child's pose if this is too much. And gaze forward, start to step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, last time, I promise. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, standing, hands to heart. Nice. Just catch your breath here. Recenter yourself. If distractions come about, again, that's totally okay. And we're going to start to actually come to the side of, to the long side of your mat. So step your feet out about 3 to 4 feet apart. Feet are both parallel, both facing forward. And we're going to start with some forward folds, some wide-legged forward folds. So reach your hands behind your back, interlace them at the webbing of the fingertips. Stretch and really reach the knuckles down, opening up the heart, opening up the chest. Gaze can go up. Really stretch. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. This time reaching the knuckles up towards the sky. Let the head hang heavy. Really feeling the shoulder opener. You can have a little light bend in the knees too, that's more than okay. Actually, we'll open up the shoulders a little bit more. And just hang out here. And gently release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. A little bend in your knees and slowly come up to standing. And here we are. Reach your arms out to a T. Pivot that right leg out about 90 degrees. So now your toes are facing the short edge of your mat. We're going to add a little bend into that right knee, coming to warrior 2 legs. Make sure to keep that knee above your ankle. Firming down into that left leg. Squaring the chest to the long side of the mat, reaching the arms out to a T, and gaze over your right fingertips. Really settling in here. Notice that your knee should be tracking in line with your second and third toes. Really lengthening evenly through the fingertips. When you're ready, start to reach forward with your right fingertips, and we're going to come to a side angle. So place your right forearm down on your right thigh. Reach that left arm up. Now, the forearm on the thigh shouldn't really be a crutch. Make sure not to sink in or fall in, collapse down. Really lengthening the torso. Reaching up strongly through those left fingertips. Gaze can go up to the sky or it can go down to the mat if that's too much on the neck. Just keep breathing. And when you're ready, we're going to come up and reverse the warrior. Reach that right arm up and high. Stretching through those right ribs. Really feeling it. And we're going to come back to warrior two. So both arms out at a T. And put your hands on your hips. Come back to center. Okay, we're going to start to take it to the other side. So starting from that left thigh, pivot that leg 90 degrees out, bend into that left knee. Really making sure that the knee doesn't exceed the ankle. Keeping the bones stacked, knee directly above or a little bit behind the ankle. Pressing firmly into that right leg. Opening up into warrior two. Really broadening through the collarbones, lengthening through the fingertips, and gaze over those left fingertips. And keep breathing here, feeling the stillness. Making sure always keeping the bones stacked. I know I say it a lot, but it really avoids injury. So your shoulders are directly above your hips, your knee is directly above your ankle. Your arms are out long. Reach forward with your left hand. Come to side angle. Reaching that right arm up to the sky. Really keeping that torso long. You can turn the palm facing towards the hand, take this even a little bit further into an extended side angle. So you're creating one straight line all the way from the fingertips to the toes. Really feeling the stretch in the side body. And we're going to come to a reverse warrior. Send that right arm up. Left arm up. And reaching, feeling the side body open up. And when you're ready, come back into warrior two. You're going to straighten that knee and come back to center. Both feet facing forward. This time we're going to take another wide-legged forward fold. So stay active in the legs. You can even pigeon toe the toes in a little bit. Reach up through the arms to the sky. And hinge at the hips. Dive forward, forward fold. And the hands can go in line with the feet if you wish. You can hold on to opposite ankles. Just make sure that your head is hanging heavy and you're staying active in the legs. Notice if you're falling backwards, put a little bit more weight into the balls of the feet. Having the weight be distributed in the feet evenly. Going to inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Do it slowly. And we're going to do a few more standing poses, which I think is what I'm explaining. Taking that right leg out, pivot it again 90 degrees, bend into that right knee. You can bend those toes, the back toes in a little bit as well, opening up to warrior two. Gaze over the right fingertips. We've been here before, and then listen to my cues. Straighten that right knee and reach the arms up above the head. And exhale down to warrior two. Inhale, straighten, reach the arms above the head. And exhale, warrior two. One last time, inhale, straighten, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. This time, straighten that right knee, but keep your arms out at a T. We're going to come into triangle pose. So reach your right fingertips forward as far as you can. That left hip is going to be shifting up. That right hip is going to be shifting down. Reach, 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 and place your hand down either on a block or on your right shin, and reach the left arm up to the sky. Making sure not to collapse down, fall down into that leg, but keeping the torso long. Press into that big toe mound of your right toe. Feel your calf activate, creating a little micro bend in the knee, avoiding overextension, hyperextension. Reach up. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly reverse this with that leg still straight, reaching that right arm up and back. And come back to center. Bring the toes forward. We're going to take it to the other side. Shift that left leg out 90 degrees. Starting in that warrior two, bend into that knee. Pressing firmly into the back leg. Reach your arms out long. And when you're ready, straighten the knee, reach up. And exhale, come to warrior two. Inhale, straighten, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten, reach up. And exhale, warrior two. Now straighten that front leg. Taking triangle on the other side. Reach those fingertips forward, forward, forward as far as you can. And gently place that hand down, reach that right arm up to the sky. Again, really staying active in that leg, pressing into the big toe mound. Feeling a little micro bend in the knee. As you broaden through the collarbones, reaching the arms out wide. And keep breathing here. And you're going to reverse that warrior, keeping that knee straight, reaching that arm back and up. And come back to center. Feet face forward. One more wide-legged forward fold. You can take whatever variant you enjoyed so far. So you can reach your arms up above the head and send it forward, or reach the hands back behind you, interlace at the webbing of the fingertips. I'm going to do this one because I like this one. And open up the heart, stretching those knuckles down to the floor. Inhale here. And exhale, dive forward, hinging at the hips. Keep breathing. Wherever you are, let the hands come down to the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Place the hands to the hips, bend the knees, come up to standing. And when you're ready, come to the top of your mat. Feet face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up and above your head. You're going to take a little mini back bend again. Goalpost the arms, shining that heart forward and up towards the sky. Breathe here. And inhale, reach the arms up and above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. When you're ready, reach that right leg up and back towards the sky. You can bend that knee. Reach it right, straight back. And we're going to bring that right knee into the chest, meet to the nose, and stretch that right leg up and back. And bring that right knee over across to that left tricep. And stretch that right leg up and back. This time right knee to right tricep. Last time stretch that right leg up and back. And exhale. Bring that foot forward, step it between your hands. We're going to come into a low lunge. So we're going to drop that left knee down. You can pad it with a blanket, or you can just turn over the mat like I am, just to protect the knee if it's painful for you. And we're going to just come up using our leg as a little prop here. Again, having that knee directly above the ankle, feeling that left hip flexor, that left psoas open up. You can stay here with your hands on your leg for support. You could inhale, reach them up and above the head. And just breathe here. And bring the hands back down to the mat. Toe the right leg out to the side, so now your right foot should be kind of on the long edge of your mat, so your legs are a little bit wider. You're going to take a lizard pose, so you could stay here, or you could come down to your elbows in the full expression of lizard. If this is way too much for you, just stay up on your hands. That is totally okay. Again, whichever works best for you. And take the elbows all the way down. Wherever you are, really just sinking into that hip, feeling that stretch. And if you haven't already, come up to your hands. We're going to bend that knee in towards the hip. So if it's available to you, you're going to reach your right arm up and back, and grab onto that foot. I'm going to kick into the hand first and really open up that shoulder. And then you're going to pull that foot deeper in towards your hip. Feeling a really big stretch and also getting a little bit of a twist. Just breathe here. And gently release the foot down, come back to center. Send that leg back into a little plank pose. Get the mat out of your way if it was in your way. And just go straight to down dog. Work on that other side. So reach that left leg up and back, opening up the knee, the hip, the knee, drawing little circles, exploring. And reach it up and back. And bring that left knee into the nose. Reach that leg back up and back. And bring the left knee over to that right tricep. Reach the left leg up and back. Bring the left knee into that left tricep. Reach it up and back. And step that foot forward, coming into a little lunge. Again, you can pad your other knee, that right knee. We're going to drop that knee down, coming into a low lunge. And use that leg to support you coming up. Pressing your hands down on the top of your left thigh. Really feeling that right hip open up. And you can also reach your arms above your head if you'd like here. And keep breathing. Keep stretching. And reach those hands back down to the mat. You're going to toe heel that foot to the left side of the mat. Opening up the legs, opening up the hips a little bit. And take lizard on this side. So either stay here with your hands planted, if this is enough, or you can drop your elbows down and take a much deeper variant of lizard pose. Whatever feels good to you. Wherever you are, just keep breathing. If your elbows are down, you can let that head hang heavy and just chill out here. And when you're ready, gonna start to come up to the hands. Bend that right knee. Reach that left arm up and over. And grab onto that foot. And first start by lightly kicking into that hand, opening up the shoulder, and then pulling that foot in towards the hips. And just breathe here. Gently release that foot down, come back through center, and send that left leg back to meet the right, coming into a plank pose, and straight to down dog. And look up, step to the top of your mat, and have a sit down. So send both legs out in front of you, using your hands to really lengthen your spine. Press down into the mat, lengthening through the spine and through the neck, flexing the feet. Reach the arms up, inhale, and exhale, dive forward. Your hands falling wherever feels good to you. They can be on your thighs, on your shins, on your ankles, whatever feels good. And wherever you are, just let your head hang heavy and breathe, feeling the back body open up. And gently we're going to come up to sitting with the flat back. You're going to hug that right knee in towards the chest. You can leave your foot there, or you can cross your foot over your left leg. And when you're ready, reach that right arm back, left arm up to the sky. And reach and twist over to your right side. So you can keep hugging your knee in with that left arm, or use it as a little hook, a little leverage to twist even deeper. Inhale, grow long through the spine. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Twisting from the core. Just letting the chest and the neck come along for the ride. And start to look over your left shoulder, coming back to center. Gently come out of it, straighten that leg out, hug that left knee into your chest. Keep your foot there, cross your foot over your leg, hug that knee in, stretch that right arm up, left arm's back, and twist to the other side. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, twist deeper. Again, really twisting from the core. Just letting the chest and the head follow for the ride. I'm talking about something here and I have no idea. Oh, whatever. Gently come back to center. Reach that leg out in front of you. Bend the knees. We're going to come down to our backs, setting up for bridge pose. So bending the knees. You have your hands down by your sides. You should be able to kind of brush the backs of your feet. But this is going to look different for everybody. If that feels like an awkward position for your feet to be in, they can be farther away from your hands. You can be closer to your hands. The goal is just to have the ankles almost directly beneath the knees. And keep the knees straight. And when you're ready, begin to tuck the pelvis. We're going to reach the pelvis up towards the sky. Again, keeping those knees straight, avoiding splaying the thighs out. Squeeze the thighs in and down. You can interlace your fingers underneath you. Kind of move the flesh of the shoulders a little bit even more out of the way. Really keep breathing, reaching the hips up. Pressing down into the pinky. And slowly release the fingers, start to drop the hips down. And relax, take a few breaths. And we're going to go for it again, so just prepare. Start to gently tilt the hips up towards the ceiling, reaching the hips up. Interlace the fingers again if that feels good for you. Moving out all the shoulder meat out of the way. Feeling this heart opener, this hip opener. Pressing actively down into both feet. And then we're going to slowly come down. And we're going to take a supine twist, so bring that right knee into the chest. Send it over to the left side. Plant both of your shoulders down into the mat so that you can feel both shoulders touching the mat. You're going to gaze over the right. And just breathe. You're going to come back up through center. Pulling that knee back into the chest, switching sides. Now send that right leg long, left knee hugs in. You're going to send it over to the right side. You goalpost your arms. You put your arms out in a T, whatever feels good. Just make sure that that palm is facing the sky. Keep breathing here. And we're going to slowly come out of that. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. We're going to take a little figure four. So put that left ankle on that right thigh, kind of right above the knee. And thread your hands in between that little four shape that you made, grabbing onto the right thigh. And hugging that right thigh in towards the chest. You can use that left elbow as an anchor on that left knee, really opening up that left thigh up a little bit more. Make sure to keep your left ankle flexed. It's going to protect your joints. And just breathe here. And take it even deeper and grab onto that shin if you want. That might be too much. Do whatever feels good. And we're going to gently come out of this real slowly. Do a little stretch, take it to the other side. Right ankle is going to be over that left thigh. Flexing that right ankle, that right foot. Making that figure four appearance with the legs. Thread the hands through, holding onto that left thigh, and bringing it towards the chest. To whatever degree feels good for you. Just breathe into this hip opener. Grab onto the shin if you did so on the other side. And gently release. Sending both legs out. Coming into a Shavasana, but first reach your arms above your head. Take a big good morning stretch, stretching through the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And relax the arms down by the sides. Let the legs open up to either side. Start to settle in here. Take a quick little body scan, so just take some inventory, some mental inventory of how your body is feeling right now, starting with the top of the head, noticing the contact that the skull is making with the mat, moving down the neck to the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the fingertips, noticing the feeling across the torso, down the hips, down the thighs. Notice the contact that your calves are making on the mat, as well as your ankles. And with that, just let go. Come into Shavasana. Start to deepen your inhales. Bring a little bit of movement into the fingers, into the toes. Breathing a little bit deeper. And when you're ready, reach the arms up and above the head. Stretch one more time. And exhale, hug the knees in. And come up to seated. I like to roll over to my side and press myself up. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me. And namaste.